Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will be discussing Mermaid and the prompts that come with the month. So let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome back to Skulls.and.Flowers. It's already been 1 year since Mermaid 2025. It's now 2026. I have to look at the date because I forget it. Last year, I think was the first year I actually heard about it. But it's been going around, I think, for a while. Not as long, I think, as October. But it has been a couple, maybe years that they've been doing it. And when I heard about it, I was really excited to join in. For all of you who don't know what MerMay is, if you've heard of Inktober, it's similar to that. Inktober usually takes place in October, and you have to like draw a drawing every day that that comes with like a list that Inktober releases. You have to follow that prompt to draw something every day, and then you show it off with the hashtag Inktober. This one is called MerMay, and MerMay is similar to it, but it's usually related to mermaids, or maybe I'm the one that... No, it is. It is related to mermaids. I'm not making it up. That's the whole point. And it takes place in May. And the first time I heard about it was last year, and I heard about it almost towards the end of May. So I really rushed it and tried to like be part of it and draw something. And I remember I ended up drawing things on my iPad because I found that easier to do than if I had to do it by pen and paper. And actually, as you can see right here, I actually made a shirt with all the drawings I did from last year's Mermaid. I ordered this on Amazon if anybody's interested. The shirt is really good quality. It's really cool. But as you can see, the images are starting to peel off. But you can see some of the mermaids I did for last month. This one's one of my favorites. Let me show you. This one right here was Cubism inspired, so I did a mermaid that looked like Picasso, and he did the Little Mermaid from the movie The Little Mermaid in Cubism style, as you can see. It was one of my favorite ones. I also did this one, Erykah Badu, from the music video. Is it I Don't Know? I think that's the name of the video. I did Dita Von Teese too. It was fun. It was a fun project. And like I said, I did them on Adobe Fresco. Is where I drew them all on my iPad. And then I actually caught up to the month. It kept sharing. And it was a fun project. This time I said I'm earlier to it. I'm aware of it. So I'm going to be ready. It turns out I wasn't that ready. But I have started it. I'm really glad that Mermaid releases the prompts ahead of schedule. So I was already... I had already looked through them. And I was ready for the month. I started drawing some sketches. When I first started, I actually was going to do it in Procreate or Adobe Fresco again. But then I thought, what if I did them by hand? Just to do something where I had to get paint and all of that. And I'm not going to do a whole bunch of different type of paints. I was thinking of doing it in watercolor. And do maybe small images for each prompt. And then release it as they go. If anybody wants to see the whole details of this, make sure to check out MerMay 2026. I usually follow them on Instagram because that's the place where they have a nice page where they share everything that you have to do for that month. But I think they're also on TikTok and on different platforms, so you can check it out wherever you want. If you want to check out the other artwork that I did, it's on my Instagram channel. I'll put it down here so you guys can see it. And let's look at the prompts first. It's always a little intimidating, if I have to be honest, because sometimes I think it's because sometimes I'm really in my head that I stress myself out over stuff, but I'm trying to not do that, but of course it happens. I'll show the prompts here while I read them out loud so you guys can get an idea. And if you want the actual list, remember to go to their Instagram page. I'll try to post their page here too so you guys can follow along if you want to be part of the Mermaid month-long project where everybody does little projects of art. And from what I understand, Inktober, you're supposed to technically only do ink artwork. With this, I think you can do whatever you want. It's really more open than Inktober. For May 1st, it says hello. It says childhood crush. Handmade was the one that stressed me out because I went, handmade, am I supposed to make a mermaid like with clay, paper mache or something? What does that mean, handmade? I'm thinking that handmade could be that you draw it by hand, but everything, I'm still having trouble with some of them, but I'm trying not to think too much about it and just go with it because it's not supposed to be like a stressful thing. It's supposed to be a relaxing thing. And there's also things like Star Wars, Wonderland, K-pop, Shell Phone, which that one seems like fun. Mythology, I haven't seen. Bride, Muppets, In Danger, Book Talk, Miami Vibes, Sea Shanty. See, a lot of them I'm going to have to look up. What's Sea Shanty? Unless I'm reading it wrong. Then there's one that says 8-bit. And then Botero. Like I said, there's some that I'm like, what does that mean? I'm going to have to look it up. But like I said, it's not supposed to be such a stressful thing. Just go with it. If you get it wrong, who cares? It's just you doing a little art project. Something that I like. And like I said, I'll share the list here. And then make sure to follow the actual page where they release the prompt. And like I said, when I started, I was going to do Adobe Fresco again or Procreate and do the drawings there by hand. I ended up scratching that. I actually did a couple and then I said, you know what? I don't really like this. The original idea I had was that I was going to do mermaids in my own little style. So they were going to have like little skulls as heads and then the body of mermaids and they're all going to go with the prompt. It's an idea that I somewhat like, but not really. Even now, when it's going to start tomorrow, I believe, I'm still debating if that's what I want to do or not. We'll see. Maybe I'll have time to do both. Maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. But the other project I did was I wanted to do them in watercolor. Watercolor is a medium that I've used before. Not in a long time, but I've always enjoyed it. I have some watercolor paper and watercolor paints that I've been wanting to use, so I thought maybe I can do it for this project. Even and like I said, with a lot of these projects, it has to do with you trying it out. The more you draw, the better you get at it, the more comfortable you get at it with whatever medium you're using. So that's my main plan for this. And every time I do mermaid or Inktober, it's more for me to challenge myself to draw every day. That's what I'm trying to do. And like I said, I'm going to try to do a mermaid each day. I'm going to share like a short video each day so you guys can see where I am, what I'm doing. It's going to be on my Instagram page. It's going to be on my YouTube page. I don't think I have a TikTok page, but if I do, I'll share it there too. And then I also have big projects that I'm working on, and they just happen to be mermaid related, so I'll probably share them along the way too, so you guys can see them too. Right now I have one painting that I'm working on that's small, like maybe this big. That one I started. I might finish it not this week but next week, and then I'll share it. And then I have a big painting that I've been working for a long time. I'm having trouble with that one because sometimes I see something in my head and I can't put it on the canvas and it stresses me out, so I put it away. I'm hoping that this month will be the month where I actually work on it and finish it. And then that would be second project. Third project, I think it's going to be this. I'm thinking of a watercolor project, something that I've seen in other videos. I know a lot of times I share things that are old, but that's because I like to watch a lot of YouTube channels with art stuff, and I literally like to watch them in order. I start with the videos, like, not at day one, but you almost like day one, and then I just start watching them from there. Right now, out of all the videos I'm watching, I'm about 2 years back. That means I'm behind. So when I see a trend on YouTube, I know the art channels are doing something, I just heard about it. So I'm like, well, I know it's an old trend, but I'll do it because I want to do it. So this, one of the big projects that I'm going to be working on, it's going to be mermaid related, but it's also going to be an old project that you've probably seen in other YouTube channels where they did it, but in a different way. When I get to it, you'll see what I mean. I'm going to do it a little different, but you'll see what I mean. I'm excited about the mermaid month. I'm excited to see what I come up with. It's always a challenge to challenge yourself to actually draw every day. And I would like to tell you some behind the scenes things. You don't have to draw every day because sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes what I do is I have one day available and I do a couple of the prompts in one day, and then I have maybe a week's worth of drawings that I can share each day. And nothing in the rules says that you can't do that. Like I said, it's really fun, it's really laid back, it's just so you can have a good time. Mermaids for me have always been like something that I really like. Even when I was little, I remember I used to pretend I was a mermaid. And I used to remember asking my dad, if a mermaid is a woman, why do you call the boy mermaid? And in Spanish, I guess, in English, I mean, it's merman. In Spanish, I didn't really like the word. My dad said, if I remember correctly, mermaid in Spanish is sirena, but for male mermaids is cinturón. And I didn't like it because the word cinturón also is the word you use for belt. So I didn't like it. I'm like, how come mermaids have sirena and men get cinturón? What is that? I don't even know if it's right, like I said. Sometimes my dad, because I was one of those kids that would always ask so many questions, I think he would always try to answer them the best he could. But it got to a point where I was asking things that there's no way he was going to know about. And he was like, maybe I'm just going to make something up. I'm not saying he made it up, but I'm saying there's a possibility he did. And it stuck into my head. I know we have Google now. I could probably Google it, but I haven't. Next time I'll see you, I might have the correct answer for how do you say sirena for male version, if sirena is for female version. But I've always been obsessed with mermaids. One of my favorite movies has always been The Little Mermaid. I was actually really excited to see the live action film, and I really liked it too. Even though it had so many people that hated it, I loved it. I thought it was great. And I liked that in the movie they were able to answer a lot of the questions the cartoon didn't have. And actually have a fun story. When they released the mermaid movies, you know how there's always a whole bunch of them. There's The Little Mermaid, The Little Mermaid 2. Then they made one where they tell you what happened to Ariel's mom. And I remember I watched it like as an adult because I found it and I said, I want to watch it. I want to see what happens. And then when I saw the movie, I remember I said, oh, finally I know what happened. And I remember I reviewed the movie, put it on my Instagram page. And I got a comment from the voice actress that does The Little Mermaid. And she gave me like a, oh, I'm so glad you liked it. I'm so glad that you're still into mermaids even though you're not old now. So that was like a pretty cool thing that The Little Mermaid sent me a message. And then I remember recently, maybe 3-4 years ago, I actually finally read the inspiration for The Little Mermaid, which I think it's The Little Mermaid. I forgot the name of the author. Is it something? I'll put it right here because I don't remember the name. But I remember I finally read the book and I really liked the book too. It's actually a pretty short book. It's like a small, tiny book. But like I said, I went off script. I'm talking about other things. I really like mermaids. So that's the end of it. And I really like Mermaid. I'm really glad that somebody created this. I'll share all the links somewhere here so you guys can follow it and do it too. And let's get started. Like I said, since when I post this video, I believe it's going to be, let me check. It might be already day 2, is it? Yeah, so today is going to be the 2nd of May. That means I already posted the first video of the project I did. So today, let's do 2 projects. Let's do day 1 and day 2. And let's have fun. Like I said, it's meant to be fun, relaxing. Let's see what happens. And I would like to say for everybody out there who tries this experiment or this project, I have days when I draw something and I hate it. And I'm like, I should redo it. But then I'm going to fall back. I don't know. But you know, it's all more, it has to do more with you just doing the artwork, sharing it, and putting it online. And whether you hate it or love it, I think you should share it. The one complaint that I have is about any of these mermaid or Inktober things is that it is very clear that the artists that are really, really good, they do get a lot of positive like input, And I'm like, maybe once in a while you could throw a bone to somebody who isn't the greatest artist, and you can tell them, we really appreciate that you're in this and keep going. Really like what you did. A lot of times when I share my artwork, because I'm not at the level of some of the other more talented people, I feel like they don't ignore me or something. And I'm like the opposite. If you're a good artist, I tell you you're a good artist. If you're one of those artists that's starting out and sharing your stuff and you're saying, look what I did, I also support you. I'm like, that's great, keep going. And with me, I feel like I'm a little bit in a boat by myself. And I usually do get compliments. Like every once in a while I get really good compliments. But sometimes when you see other people, like the ones who have like a lot of attention, you feel a little like, maybe I shouldn't even be sharing this. Like I said, starting this YouTube channel had more to do with pushing myself to be a better artist and stop comparing myself to other people. But like I said, when you're human, you do that. You compare yourself to other people no matter what. This is one of those challenges in MerMay where I see all the people that are going in, and I see some people doing these amazing stuff, and it makes you go, oh, my little mermaid looks so dumb compared to this. But again, you shouldn't be comparing yourself to anyone. You should be working on your own stuff and love yourself and love your artwork. But like I said, you just can't help it. But let's start the month happy. Let's start it having fun. Let's show whatever we can do. Let's show it, and let's be our own cheerleader. Let's give ourselves our own like. I know you're not supposed to do that, but let's like ourselves. So let's get started. Like I said, since this is day 2, I'm going to show you the first 2 mermaids that I have done. And I'm going to do them in watercolor. So let's get started. I'm going to throw, if there's like a wave image here, I'm going to throw a wave at you because it's mermaid related. So as you can see, I have some watercolor stuff. Some are very old, some are not so old. We're going to see what happens. Some are bad quality like this one. Some are not so bad, but I have no good quality stuff. These I haven't even opened yet. These are the ones I've used before. This one's alright. This one's not so good. This one. I even think this might be a Crayola. I'm not sure, but I think it might be. Let me see the brush. It's not horrible, but it's not great. The paint is very dry, but it's watercolor, so it needs water to be activated. But like I said, let's see what happens. I'm thinking of starting with this one. Probably not this one. And I also have one of these. This is for watercolor from what I understand. And because this one has the watercolor in the little tubes, I think this is where you put it. Put the water so you can. Oh look, I got it at Ross for $3.99. So it might be good quality, might be bad quality. Whenever I buy things at Ross, there's always a chance that they're good, and then there's a chance that they're bad. But like I said, I think I'm gonna use these. I don't know. The mark is Reeves. They've been around since 1766. A starter set. But I've used this before, so I'm comfortable with this. When I said I've used it before, it's been years, but like I said, I've used it, so that counts. I'm going to put it right here. It comes with the little booklet of showing you like some stuff. This is the napkin that I've had in here because I like to reuse the napkin when I clean the brush, and I'm just going to reuse it again. And I think this is a paper to use for oops, I'm not even showing you guys. Where is it? Right there. It comes in with this. I never used it before. It's the background for the thing, but I think it's used for if you're going to draw something. But today we're going to be doing the watercolor mermaid thing, and I think I'm going to be using these, and let's see how they behave. It comes with the little pencil. It comes with the brush. This brush is actually really good quality. It's not as bad as you would think. It is peeling off, but it's really good quality. And it comes with the thick one too. This is nice too. The brushes are falling off. That's not a good sign. Oh, Oh, I was just giving it compliments and it's peeling off. But let's try it. Like I said, we're testing everything out. We're testing out to see if I still remember how to use watercolor. We're testing out to see if these paints work. We're testing everything out. And like I said, already started the project. The first one is Hello, and it's this mermaid right here. This mermaid is like a self-portrait. This is me. I'm hiding myself behind this because I wouldn't be walking around shirtless. But you can see I have a beautiful tail. I have some little spikes on the waist. I have the sign and it's gonna say hello. This is gonna be the first one, and then we'll go from there. So ignore. I should be covering it up. You guys shouldn't be seeing the other stuff. There, cover it up so you guys don't how do you say it? Don't take a sneak peek at the other stuff. We're doing this one first, so let's get started on this one. Okay, so this is the first drawing. I will say I should have drawn something with the watercolors before, because I felt like I was doing a lot of trial and error on the actual drawing. And some parts you can see are a little not the correct color. Like this color, I thought it was going to be a good skin color, but it's not really a good skin color. I like this one better. It didn't look great. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks fine. The tail, I wanted it to be turquoise, which is a mixture of green and blue, but they only have on this set dark green, and then I should have done this a darker green instead of blue, because now it's really different. But at the end, I think I like how it looks. I do want to highlight it maybe with the marker. Again, I'm going to try it out, see what happens. It's a lot of trying things out with this because I haven't done it in a long time. And maybe this is a perfect time to do it with this, like, what is this called? Not a competition. With this project. I have these pens, my white gel pen, and two of these, what are these called? Black something. These black pens and the white gel pens. So I'm going to highlight some of the stuff. And you know, since the first one, the prompt for this one is hello, I want to put hello there. I was thinking about using red. That's the color that I thought I was going to use. Now I'm wondering if I should do blue. Oh, I don't know. Or black? Let's do black. And then I'm going to do black first. I'm going to write hello first. And then I'll do some highlighting and maybe some white to give it something. And then I'll finish with that one. Day one finish. And then we'll continue with day two. Let's hope I don't mess it up. I'm nervous because you guys are looking at me. Oh, never mind. I did good. I want to make it a little thick. I like thick things. I didn't mean to make it sound so weird. And then... I'm nervous again. Capital letter. What if I forget how to spell hello? Sometimes it happens. You write the... And as you can see, this brush works really well. But look, it's peeling off. And it falls on the drawing. And the hello doesn't have to be perfect. I think it's going to be... maybe it's going to look more cute or artistic if it looks a little messy, lopsided, because it's supposed to be fun. I did it. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. No, I did it. The E is the only one that doesn't look as dark, but there it is. Hello. Did I spell it right? Yes, I hope I did. Let me just check. This one is a thicker one. This is a thick one. She's thick. And this is the thin one. I'm gonna use the thin one. So, like for instance, these are the hands. I just want to do maybe this to show that they're hands. You know what I mean? You can hear me breathing. Okay. Oh my goodness. My pen is saying, I don't know if I like this. Just weird things like that. Like the eyeball. What if I highlighted the eye more accurately? That's my mole for anybody. I always try it in all my pictures. I feel like Frida Kahlo had her unibrow. I'm going to put my mole on my face. I'm just going to do a little bit of hair texture. Maybe highlight this. Maybe this. Let me work on the tail first. I know you guys aren't telling me what I should do, but I'm talking to you like you are. Let me work on the tail first, and then I'll do that. Stop rushing me. I'm hoping this looks good. Like I said, the more I use the watercolor, I'm guessing I'm going to get better at it. So that's what I'm excited about. I also like that it dries so fast. Oh, boogers. Okay. I was thinking that maybe I should do some crisscross on the tail to make it look like scales, but I'm still debating if I should or not. See, I'm thinking, what if I go like this? I don't know if I like it. But look, I'm already doing it, so there's no going back. I mean, I think I like it. I like how it looks. I mean, yeah, I like how it looks. Maybe they look like fishnets, not scales, but I like it. I'm just gonna do this too. Oops. I was gonna tape this to the table so it wouldn't move, but the only tape I have, I think it's gonna peel this paper. That's why I didn't want to put any tape on it. Now let's do the white pen. Maybe do some highlights on the eyes. See, just little stuff like that. Where else? Maybe here. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed when I was doing the water thing, I kept thinking the light should be coming from here going this way, and I kept forgetting. I was so nervous with how the watercolor was working because I haven't used it in a while that it made me forget the light source and all of that. So the light source should have been coming from this side, meaning this should have been dark and this maybe dark. Keep this a little light, but I don't know. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of light here, a little bit of light here, maybe some on this. I don't know where now. The lights, okay. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of me messing up and you seeing me mess up, but we're having fun. I like when I look at it in the phone. I like how it looks. I don't have complaints with it. I like how it looks. So, and look at all the little pieces of the brush all over the place. And then I'm looking for my tablet. I had it somewhere. Well, this is day 1. Give me a second. Okay, so this is day 1. Hello. And it's for May 1st, which is officially May 1st right now. So let's put May 1st somewhere. Oh, where should I put it? I'm going to put it right here. Let me see if this pen works. Nope, it's not gonna work. I'll do it with the other one. It's a little thicker. It's too ugly thick. I don't like how this one looks. See, this one I like better. I messed that up. I messed the smallest thing, but remember, we're learning. So this one is going to be hashtag hello. It was the first prompt. Is that how you spell hello? Yeah. I was going to put a W at the end. Hello, and it's for May 1st. I'm also going to put May 1st at the bottom. And there, we are finished with the first mermaid. A couple complaints, like I said, with the watercolor, but I think once I get comfortable with it, it should get better. I do like that it's dry already. Yeah, it's completely dry. So let's go to prompt number 2. What's number 2? I forgot. What's number 2? Oh, welcome back. So apparently I wasn't filming. I wasn't filming. So who was I talking to? I was talking to myself. I'm crazy. But like I don't even know what I filmed then. I don't know if you guys... the second day prompt is childhood crush. And I was saying that I didn't really know who to pick. I think I've had a crush on a lot of different people. And I use people because it was both men and women. Jean-Claude Van Damme was one of them, but when I was little. Xena, Lucy Lawless. Who else? Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer and Cameron Diaz. And then I ended up choosing Cameron Diaz as my childhood crush. Because I thought she would look really nice as a mermaid. Now, does this look like Cameron Diaz? Maybe not. But I hope she doesn't get offended. It's just my interpretation. It's Cameron Diaz. You guys have to take my word for it. And I was talking to you guys, and apparently I looked at my phone, and my phone was off. And I realized, oh, I've been talking to myself. And I guess when you're filming a video, you're talking to yourself anyway. But it's creepier if you're really talking to yourself. And I was also saying that I really like how the shading in this part looks. I'm trying to figure this out because I like how this looks. I don't like how this looks. But I'm afraid that if I add more color to it, it's going to make it brighter. Let me see. Yeah, see, if I add more watercolor to it, it takes away from that shade that I created, and I don't like it. But because it's watercolor, if you put water on it, you can force it to... Nope, no you can't. I was gonna say you can force it to not be as strong, but I didn't. I made it stronger. I give it more power. Okay, now I'm gonna have to... You know what? I think I can... Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks great. Okay, I figured something out. So with a little bit of a paper towel next to you, you can actually soften it up the way you want it to. That looks great. This is more of the color I wanted. I like that this is dark, and that this other section is light. I'm going to add more water here to see if I can pull some of this away. And like I said, I haven't used watercolor in, I think it's going to be years, really. So I'm learning how to use it. I'm guessing the more comfortable I get with it, the better I'm going to get at it. So you guys are witnessing me trying this medium out. And if I get it wrong, you know why. Because I haven't used it in a long time. Let me see, where the other arm? This. The good thing about this arm on the other side, I think I'm going to make it darker on both sides. Because it's going to be on the side where it's not supposed to be getting too much light. And then I'm avoiding the face until I get a little more comfortable with using the color the right way. But eventually I'm going to have to do something with the face, because the face is the most important part. My intention with this drawing was to copy Cameron Diaz from when she did the movie The Mask. When she did that scene where she walks into the bank and she's wearing that red dress. And actually something funny about that was that I remember when I saw that movie, I was really obsessed with that scene. And then when I saw her in the movie Something About Mary, is that the other movie she's in where that movie's more like comedy? I remember thinking, that's not the same person. I remember somebody said, that's Cameron Diaz from The Mask, and that's Cameron Diaz from the... And I remember thinking, that's not the same person. You guys are messing up the actresses. And I found out, no, that she's both of them. She can do comedy, and she can do, like, really sexy type of person. But I remember when I saw her in The Mask, I couldn't believe that she was the same person from Something About Mary. If that's the right name of the movie. Which I think it is. The one where she does the thing with the hair. Okay, this maybe I went too dark. A lot of this is going to be trial and error. And the poor brush is peeling off. I don't know. Maybe if I put some, what's it called? That glue. Potch glue. Maybe that'll fix it. Oh, I should have finished this because now the oh no, never mind, it's working. Potch glue, something like that. I should have done that to the brush so that this will stay on. Because look, it's peeling off. And like I said, it's probably not an expensive brush, but it's doing its job. It's like, I'm not complaining about what the brush is doing. Okay, maybe I added too much. Let me add more water. More water and try to take some of the paint away. I don't know how this part came out like brown. And then all of this other section isn't really doing that. And since this is the only skin tone I have, I'm wondering how I'm going to do as I progress with the other drawings. Like, what if I want to do somebody a little lighter? Because this is... Oh. I messed that up. Okay, let me grab it. Take it to the edge. Oh no, it fell right on... There it is. This brush is messing me up. Okay, there it is. But like I was saying, I wonder like how I would get a skin tone that's a little lighter than this. So far, I guess this looks alright. I'm not gonna expose her stomach because the dress that she wears is long. And I thought, what if this was a mermaid that everything from here to the bottom was red? I don't know how I did this. Look, how come this looks so brown? And this looks more like orangey. I don't know. I don't know how I did that. Somebody tell me how I did that. It's now like 1 in the morning. I have to work tomorrow, but I want to finish this before I go to sleep. I'll figure things out tomorrow. Like, how am I going to wake up tomorrow? I'll figure that out tomorrow. I also need to edit the video, so it's a lot. It's a lot. Let me see. The hair is here, so I want to give this some shade. Okay, I got this. And then these are her eyebrows. I want to put some shade underneath. And her nose, maybe I made it too big. Maybe shade here. And then maybe under her eyes. Like I said, I wish I was a better portrait painter because I don't think people are going to look at this and know that this is Cameron Diaz. But it's me learning. It's you appreciating the learning. I'm just going to use a lot of water to fix or to mix this up. Let me see if I can pull this. I need to pull it just before the eyebrows. This needs to stay like that. And then her hair is like a blondish color. Let's see if I can do blonde color. Okay, I like how this is looking. I just need to remember not to erase the eyebrows, which are right there. This is under her eye. Okay, that's gonna be her hair. Yeah, I would probably be a bad makeup person too. This is all her eye right here. This is her nose. And I don't want to add any more color because I already like where the shading is and all of that. And like I said, a lot of these drawings are me. Like I did look at a picture of Cameron Diaz from the movie, and then I just started drawing her the best I could just by hand. I didn't really do anything extra in the sense of trying to make sure that it looks exactly like her. Because a lot of these drawings that you do, I like doing them as fast as possible. This is already taking me longer than it should. But I don't mind. I'm happy. I'm having fun doing this. I'm enjoying the watercolor process. Even though there's sections of it where I'm like messing up because I'm not getting used to the medium quick enough, I think I'm still enjoying the process. This is my drawing of Cameron Diaz from the movie The Mask. This is prompt number 2. Let me see if I can write it small somewhere. I'm still covering this up. Maybe I can do it like here. Nope, and I forgot that this pen doesn't work the way Oh, you know what? I forgot I was going to do some highlighting. So, with this pen, I'm going to maybe just not underline. Yeah, underline some of the stuff. I did cover her ear. Well, now it's there, so I don't know if I should do this, but I did it. I always say, I don't know if I'm doing this, and then I do it, so then it's done. Her lips. And then I do want to add some lines in her hair. When I was doing the hair, I didn't like that the yellow looked so flat. I added some orange, and then I didn't really like the way the orange looked, so I tried to take it away, and then I made a mess. But I think now with a little bit of this, I think it looks good. I think that's about it. I don't want to do too much. I think that's it. And yet a little bit of white. I don't even know if the white is really showing up. Like in the eyes, you can see it. I should have maybe a little bit on the lips. A little bit here. Maybe a little bit on the necklace, and then that's it. That's it. I'm not putting too much. My plan for this was to go quick, but I keep doing big stuff. But I think this is finished. This is going to be number 2. Number 2. I said it 100 times. Number 2. What was it? Childhood Crush. Childhood Crush. And then what else did I put at the bottom? Oh, the date. This is for May 2nd. And then we are done. I'm still covering the other side up because there's another drawing right there that I don't want you guys to see it. But for now, I'm done with this. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and I'll do it another day. I'm done. So for now, I'm finished with this part. So that was day 1 and 2 of the mermaids. Here they are. If you want to see the complete finished product, make sure to follow my Instagram account and maybe my TikTok. I'll post it somewhere in the video if I have them both, so you can follow along and see the full project as I draw them. If you want to join in, make sure to check out MerMay 2026. I'll also put a link on this video for their channel, so if you want to participate in the mermaid fun. And like I said, it's a fun thing that they do. I really like it. I'm going to be trying to draw every day, or like I told you, draw a couple in one day and then share them every day. It's supposed to be for fun, so let's have fun. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and keep watching for more mermaids. Goodbye.